Sometimes it's the little things.
Chicago's the best city in the world, man. It's the only place where a rat hole will pay your rent.
They are the stories that lifted us up.
I want kindness to be contagious and everybody to appreciate each other and respect each other.
People who rose to the occasion.
I actually enjoy the one-on-one time that I spend with them, where you really get to sit down and kind of talk to them, see what's going on, what's a day in their life.
And soothed our soul.
On the days I'm having a really bad day, I come here to relax and calm down.
It's happening all over Chicagoland, and we're here to share the good news.
I'm Natalie Bomke. Thanks for joining us for the most uplifting stories of the year, part of our commitment to bringing you our good news guarantee. We begin this half hour with the rat that made its permanent mark on Chicago. It brought crowds of strangers to a sidewalk on the north side. Our Dane Placco has the story.
I'm going to be the Chicago rat hole guy, and that's just going to be another thing I have to live with.
Chicago artist and comedian Winslow Dumaine was in the 1900 block of West Roscoe last week when he stumbled across the holy grail of sidewalk rodentia.
But what I found was very much more like Looney Tunes, I guess. Just a full rat splat mark in the wet pavement. I just bust out laughing when I saw it.
Dumaine snapped a pic and put it on Twitter, now X, writing, "Had to make a pilgrimage to the Chicago rat hole." And in just 2 days, it's had 5 million views.
Rat hole just blew up. It was its time to shine.
And now the rat hole has become the hottest tourist attraction in Chicago, with people coming day and night to memorialize the dent in the cement.
So what brought you here?
My friend told me about it.
And you had to make?
The pilgrimage.
So you had to come and see for yourself, huh?
Give it until I saw with my own eyes.
And greeting Dumaine like Indiana Jones.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Others post their rat hole visits online, leaving coins, flowers, and even a tiny tombstone.
But there is a debate, maybe even controversy. Is this, in fact, the imprint of a rat, or is it a squirrel?
And we think it's hysterical. We see people stop all the time.
Neighbor Cindy Nelson says the imprint has been here at least 20 years, and she's convinced it's a squirrel that fell out of a tall tree that used to be here.
I just don't believe that a rat hops in the air and belly flaps straight down.
You can see little scritch marks over here.
So it lived?
I think.
And the Chicago rat hole has changed Dumaine's life for the better. The social media explosion has allowed him to sell enough of his art to pay the rent.
Chicago's the best city in the world, man. It's the only place where a rat hole will pay your rent.
In Roscoe Village, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Yeah, I never thought it would be horses.
Ask Emily Tahasic what changed her life, and the answer is easy.
And I was bullied in 5th grade because no one understood, no one would, they were all just straight up, just mean all the time. So I had to find my friend groups through here, and that has just been amazing. Everyone is just including, supporting, they're loving. They accept me for me, they accept me for everything.
Emily, who is on the autism spectrum, holds multiple gold medals in equestrian sports with the Special Olympics. She was the very first rider at Lockport's Legacy Ranch in 2017. Now she's an instructor.
We provide equine-assisted services for all abilities. Horses bring something to the table that no other traditional therapy can bring. They actually have very large hearts, obviously.
It has been a God thing from day one.
Emily's mom, Kelly, says the equine therapy provided at the ranch helped her daughter grow more confident in every aspect of her life.
What she's learned taking care of the horses and the camaraderie and the comfort that the horses give her has just been life-changing.
Legacy Ranch provides therapeutic riding lessons, as well as speech, mental health, and physical therapy, along with licensed therapists to adults and children with and without disabilities.
On the days I'm having a really bad day, I come here to relax and calm down.
Teresa Hiles participates in a day program here 3 times a week.
And I started riding horses when I was 11, so it relaxes me when I'm happy.
And we see that that with these horses being around these clients, we're seeing more success in their therapies.
An adaptive sailing program on Lake Michigan is opening up endless opportunities for the disabled. Roseanne Tejas takes us along for the ride.
Beautiful scenery, serenity, the challenge of nature. There's a lot to love about sailing on Lake Michigan, but most of the sailors taking part in the Judd Goldman Adaptive Sailing Program say this wasn't their sport of choice.
It scared me. It really scared me. I don't have balance, and I'm paralyzed from the chest down.
Candy Herrick was struck by a car that turned into her as she was riding a bike, injuring her spinal cord. Before the accident, she was a runner, competitive and always on the go. After the accident, she was determined to stay active.
The big question is always, now what? A lot of it is, what can I do? And a bigger part of that even is what is available.
After some investigating, she found Judd Goldman and headed to the dock at Burnham Harbor. The program has 20 boats, either modified or built specifically for people with disabilities, offering them a greater sense of self-esteem and independence.
1, 2, 3.
There's special equipment to help people board. On the boat, there are seats and straps to keep people stable, and if needed, crew members to help them set sail.
Tacking now, so I'm going to push the tiller away from me and go into the wind. The boom is going to come across. It's an amazing view every time on the water, and you're constantly challenging yourself because every day on the water is different.
What was most surprising to you about it?
That I really liked it.
The program was started 34 years ago by the family of Judd Goldman, whose rare bone disease prevented him from participating in other sports.
He would be very excited to know that that we've been able to have a program for people who heretofore never sailed before in their life.
Partnerships, donations, and volunteers like Sarah Gilbert help keep the program afloat.
I think we meet everybody where they're at. Everybody can do something on the boat.
Gilbert began as a participant after developing autoimmune and connective tissue diseases. But unlike most participants, she had 40 years of sailing and sailboat racing experience.
When I used to race, everyone's yelling and, it's just much more aggressive down here. Everyone's really friendly. We're very competitive. But everyone's like, wow, that was great. The community down here is wonderful.
And growing, even on a personal level.
This is just another opportunity for me to evolve as a person, right? Because we all evolve.
She's evolving as a sailor, too.
Candace is doing outstanding. Sailing is definitely a great equalizer because regardless of level of disability, once you're on that boat, you're a sailor. You're as equal as anybody else.
It's so refreshing. I get home, I feel so much better. And
there's a mental health aspect.
There's definitely a mental health aspect. Any day, out on the water is beautiful.
What started as a tribute to Goldman's dad has grown into so much more.
I do get a great feeling knowing that we've been involved in the lives of these people and that we've helped them in a way that maybe they didn't expect to be helped.
Everybody that I meet on the boat, all the other participants, they're amazing. They're friends I'll always have for life.
You in for good?
I'm in for good.
Roseanne Tejas, Fox 32 Chicago.
Inside the Schwann Spa, you find yourself in an oasis, just what these ladies deserve.
Hearing the diagnosis was very overwhelming.
Jennifer Anderson was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer last year. She went through 16 rounds of chemo and 23 infusions.
I feel like having cancer last year really allowed me to recognize the importance of taking time to pour into yourself.
Thursday night inside the Langham Chicago's Schwann Spa, that was the message. They closed to the public and open to 20 breast cancer survivors and caregivers, complete with spa treatments and food and drinks.
When you're in a space that's cultivated around care and also attention to what you need, asking you what you need and listening to that, you can't help but melt as soon as you walk in.
Kayla Jeter was a caregiver until her mom died from breast cancer. Now she's a Lululemon ambassador and helps organize this Caring for Caregivers event.
So I thought, you know, what did I need when I was caregiving with my mom before she passed away? And it was just a moment to relax.
Jeter says after taking care of her mom until her very last breath, she has this advice for us all.
Find those gaps in the day for yourself, even if it's like waiting at a stoplight, take a few breaths, or standing in line at a grocery store, knowing that wellness doesn't have to look like a service or a spa moment, but taking care of yourself is very, very important for long-term health.
Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32, Chicago.
Second layer. It's doing it! Yep. Boom! You want to finish that one?
You could say they hit the nail on the head.
Let's see who goes first. Do you go first or you go first?
From paper airplanes to just palling around.
Hey!
20 Kankakee County dads brought their favorite skills to the students of King Middle School.
I'd actually seen something on the news about some dads in another area's school where a bunch of dads just wanted to get together to congregate outside of the school and say hi to the kids there and make sure that they knew that there were a lot of positive male role models in their area.
Eric Peterson started the Days with Dads program 3 years ago.
There are some kids that unfortunately don't have a positive male role model in their life. I had one little girl come up to me and tell me that she didn't know that dads were nice.
I actually enjoy the one-on-one time that I spend with them, where you really get to sit down and kind of talk to them, see what's going on, what's a day in their life.
Now this time we're going to fill up to the 100.
The program has partnered with the Duane Dean Behavior Health Center's Violence Prevention Program to offer kids additional support.
2 hands, there you go.
This is so much more than just one person, you know, and it's easy to complain about the dirt, but it's another thing to plant some seeds yourself, where we have so many people that want to step up and be a part of a program to just let these kids know that we're here and we care.
Good job.
We continue to bring holiday cheer with a little girl from Wheeling. Every year for her birthday, she gives back to others in a big way. And it's Amore. A Naperville mom opens an Italian language school to help children understand their roots.
I love winter forecasting. It's the reason I went into meteorology.
As far as winter weather goes, I think the biggest thing for Chicagoans is commuting.
The thing that is consistently dangerous for us are winter storms. They can shut the city down in a moment's notice.
One of these days, we're getting another big blizzard, and we will be there ready to cover that when it's happening.
Keeping you up to date and prepared for impactful winter weather. That's what it means to be the Weather Authority.
It's the season of giving, but one Wheeling girl really ramps up her good deeds each year to celebrate her birthday.
Candyland, Micro Series, Simon. We got a lot of games.
For her 10th birthday, Maya Schaub knew exactly what she wanted. Dozens and dozens of board games.
It blew me away when she said how much she raised and how many board games she got and the care that she puts into all of her donations. You just can tell that she is like such a caring person.
Through her GoFundMe page, Maya raised over $1,000 to purchase 130 games for kids at Advocate Children's Hospital in Park Ridge.
I know going to the hospital can be scary, especially for kids.
Maya's birthday service projects began when she was just 5 years old. Last year, she and her dad constructed a little free food pantry outside the Wheeling Public Library. Before that, it was a birthday in a box, complete with cake mix, icing, and sprinkles, made for those who couldn't risk getting sick during the pandemic. Maya wanted to make sure they could still celebrate.
I want kindness to be contagious and everybody to appreciate each other and respect each other.
Maya is currently receiving care at Advocate Children's, and she knew how much those games would mean to fellow patients.
Kids in the hospital just want to be kids. We often think about them as being sick, and yes, they are, but when they're able to play, they want to play. It's a way to escape, and having these normal things is a way for them to immediately relax and just escape from the current hospitalization.
A Chicago nonprofit is changing the lives of at-risk youth in Chicago, giving them hope and purpose. Our Tia Ewing shows us how.
A lot of people in the building, they hated to see me come in the building because I was an issue. I was an issue. I caused problems and didn't care that I did. I lashed out.
Jamal Hallman joined Choose to Change at his Chicago Public High School 2 years ago through the nonprofit in Burnside known as the Youth Advocate Program.
I go through a lot. I feel like I've been put in positions where I shouldn't have put myself in, you know?
Once a week during school hours, Hallman met with a counselor the first 20 minutes discussing his grades and attendance. The last 40 minutes focused on therapy and looking towards the future. He since graduated from the program. At 18, he says he's a changed man.
I own a clothing brand now. I work for People's Gas. Have offers for sports. I'm cool-headed. I got all A's. I'm a 4.0 student at Finke High School.
The same program Hallman was in was evaluated by the University of Chicago Crime Lab and Education Lab. They researched 1,013 to 18-year-olds in the program, boys and girls, finding that youth violence prevention programs can have a lasting impact.
2 years after the program has ended, young people participating in Choose to Change are less likely than their peers to be arrested for violent crime. And that is a 39% reduction. And even 3 years after the program has ended, young people are 23% less likely to be arrested and 28% less likely to be arrested for violent crime.
Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
Go. Basketball is more than a game of makes and misses. There's a mental side that's just as important as the physical.
We're learning how to deal with problems. We're learning how to work with our emotions.
Outside foot. Mark Waite is the creator and owner of Limitless Sports Club. He credits the game of basketball for helping him grow up off the court. Now he's helping kids gain confidence in a time that's so important to their development.
Well, from my confidence gone off shooting my mid-range shots and my three-pointers. I also learned how to make better layups. And my confidence has increased in school and out of school. It's helped me speak better in school, when ask me questions and things like that.
You have to communicate and use your voice with your teammate.
Communication is number one. Learning how to use their words, how to use their tempo, their tone, how to convey messages properly to other people without letting their emotions get the best of them. So we'll play games, and then they'll break in between games to discuss the ins and outs that have happened, and then they regroup and try again.
The program serves kids 3rd through 8th grade with a variety of different skill levels. When they're put through drills, the goal is for them to fail so that they learn how to problem solve.
You can control your attitude, don't throw temper tantrums, don't get upset about one play, just deal with it and then keep pushing through.
Don't have a fit, use deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Calming down when I'm frustrated on a quiz and I don't know the answer.
Ball's on the inside hand. When you dribble, stay nice and low, right? Ball is at your hip. What are some of the reactions you've gotten from some of the parents and maybe some of the differences they've seen in their kids since they started coming here?
Yeah, I've had some kids who feared coming in at first, whether that be fear from not having the skill set or just being introduced to a new sport, and then they leave with a new set of confidence and a willingness to approach challenges in life without the fear.
Brian Jackson, Fox 32, Chicago.
Connecting with culture through young eyes and ears. We'll introduce you to a woman who founded her own school to share her love for the Italian language and culture.
Lou, what you doing?
Hey, Caitlin, I'm looking for this stream everyone's talking about.
Fox Local?
Yeah.
Get me. App Store, download Fox Local, open it, pick Chicago, boom.
Oh, that was easy. Hey, Paris. Hey, I got this stream on my phone finally.
I'm on there.
Everyone's on this thing.
Now you can watch Paris on Politics anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Anita, I'm on Fox Local.
I know, Lou. I watch you on Bears Blitz on Fox Local.
Fox Local. This is big stuff.
Glad I could help.
One Naperville mom is taking a unique approach to teaching others about her heritage, and her lessons have grown so popular that she is opening up a school in Chicago.
There's no telling what tricks will come out of teacher Claudia Di Pancrazio's magic bag. The Italian native and mom recently opened the Volando Culture School in Naperville.
I found this school because my kids, and I want to share my language, I want to share my culture, I want to share all my tradition with my kids, and of course with the other kids in the Chicago suburbs.
The school has become so popular, it's drawn adults and children alike, with students ranging in age from 1 to 99.
Well, I've taken many different Italian classes in college and then later in life, and then this is the only one where things seem to be clicking because she does a lot of like play, game-based learning.
Having a visual, it's like much better than interacting with it on maybe like a piece of paper, you would say.
Claudia uses games, characters, and visualization techniques to help students grasp the language.
With our imagination, so we are there, we can walk in the Colosseum, we can fight like a gladiator.
It's helping suburban families with and without Italian roots connect to a culture that may seem like a world away, right in their own backyard.
In this world, we need to know that there is not only our culture, but there is a lot of culture around the world. And this is necessary for the citizen of tomorrow.
Italian, it's just amazing to learn.
Oh, so cute. Well, usually people turn to tattoo artists to make a bold statement, but a Chicago artist is using her skills to help people feel more confident in their own skin.
When I was 12, I was attacked by a dog, and I had 2 reconstructive surgeries to try to reconstruct my face. I had 30 stitches. It was a pretty significant attack.
It's that experience that led Elsa Milani to become a certified permanent cosmetic professional, using tattoos to transform lives. For her, it began with her lips, damaged from that dog attack. When she saw the results, she was driven to help others.
I work with trauma survivors, burn victims, accidents, domestic violence survivors, women who've been trafficked.
Elsa uses advanced techniques to make scars appear smoother and match individual skin tones. It is remarkable. Once a month, she donates a treatment to someone in need, saving survivors like Ala hundreds of dollars.
You know, I don't mind my scars because they remind me that I survived. I wouldn't be here today without them. However, if you can make them look good, it's a win-win. And Elsa has done a lot of amazing work on my scars.
Ala came to Elsa as a breast cancer survivor.
Breast cancer is affecting a lot of women, more and more women, and younger women. And scars on your breasts are more than a cosmetic issue. Breasts are a big part of women's identity, and quality of life is as important as your treatment.
A breast cancer recovery nonprofit called Sharsheret paid for a portion of Ala's treatment, but Elsa wanted to do more.
Elsa felt that she needed to do more work to make it look just perfect, and she comped it for me. She did it pro bono, which made me cry.
It just feels really rewarding and good to be able to help someone and just kind of pay it forward.
Stick around. We are getting up with the early birds. More good news next.
Fox Local, your smart TV source for streaming Fox 32 News. No antenna, no subscriptions.
Thanks for waking up with us on Good Day Chicago at 7.
Severe weather coverage, special events, and Fox 32 favorites.
Is this a role that you like, kind of going on the attack?
Want Fox 32 on the go? Fox Local is now on mobile. Stream Fox 32 Chicago anywhere and stay up to date with the latest news coverage. Fox 32 on Fox Local, on your smart TV or where you want to be.
Finally this hour, a pair of old high school friends developed the ultimate dance party for women of a certain age, and it's taking off like wildfire.
I think these parties kind of bring you back to this person you might have been before kids, before you started your career.
Welcome to the Early Birds Club, a safe space for middle-aged women, trans and non-binary individuals to dance the night away, just not the whole night. This party ends at 10 p.m.
We had people saying, like, this is the best fun, like the most fun I've had in years.
The idea was concocted at a 30-year high school reunion in Arlington Heights between friends Laura Baginski and Susie Lee. Susie had been diagnosed with cancer that's now impacting her voice, but she didn't want to miss out on the chance, she says, to help others find joy.
I thought it could possibly be a bad idea to start business with someone with stage 4 breast cancer. But at the same time, life is short. Whatever opportunities come, like, you gotta take it.
And that's what they did. They've hosted 10 sold-out Chicago events and are now expanding to New York and LA.
It brings me joy to see other people having a great time, remembering who they are, smiling and laughing at the events.
It's just silly fun. It's just great.
Thanks for joining us for this year's Good News Special. Have a warm and safe holiday season.